We're now in Chapter 3, Lesson 1, Add and Subtract Decimals. Please join me on page 177. So, in a synopsis, you should already know how to add and subtract decimals by the time you hit the 6th grade. But I want to give you some hints on how to do it correctly. Step 1. Estimate with whole numbers. Step 2. Line up decimals. Step 3. Equalize zeros. Sorry, let's put equalize with zeros. And then step 4, do the math. All right, let's briefly look at the real world problem. All right, swimming one event in competitive swimming is the women's 100-meter butterfly. The table shows the times of different swimmers at a recent Olympics. So we're trying to figure out Christine's, and we know that Christine has an answer. We've got to figure out where that is. Okay, so Christine took 0.37 seconds longer to finish than Elizabeth Trickett. Longer. So that means we should do what mathematically? Very good. We should add. So in this case, I just want to make sure we're looking at the words. All right, at the high school meet, a swimmer swam the 100-meter in 72.34 seconds. How many seconds? Faster. Faster. Faster means she came in less time. Less time. Therefore, mathematically, we have to, very good, subtract. Turn the page. Okay, so again, the most important thing when adding decimals is to line up the decimal points and then add the same number of digits, place, value, position. This is what I call equalize with zeros. In other words, they need to have the same number of digits after the decimal. Same number of digits after, which would be to the right of the decimal. Decimal. Alright, so the first thing, again, I've got a clue into my words. Sum means to add, so I put an add. And then I make an estimate, I put it in a cloud. That would be for me 28. 28 is my estimate. And again, I just need to be in the ballpark. 28, 29, that's in the ballpark. Then I do the addition, I get 28.9. Is 28.9 close to my estimate of 28? Absolutely it is. So now let's look at the next one. So we have, this is sum again, so we know we're adding. 30 plus 15 is 45. So again, I'm going to put 45 in my little cloud. Then I'm going to come over here and do the math. 29.6, 14.7. Notice in this case they have the same number of digits and the decimal is in the same place, so we're okay. That's a 13, carry my 1, that's a 4, carry my 1, that's a 4. So we have 44.3 is close to our guess of 45. So the sum of these is 44.3. You should understand this, it's fairly easy. Get it, gotta go. Pause the video, come back when you're done with your answers. So did you get the answers that I got? I got 76.1, 37.7, and 50.8. But more importantly, do you see I put checks by all my estimates to make sure that my estimate and my answer are similar? Always do an estimate. It prevents you from making those silly mistakes. Turn the page. Alright, now we're going to go to subtracting decimals. Again, we are going to line up the decimals, same place, value, position. Now, again, the most important thing about this is big number on top. Now, this is for both positive numbers. Once we decide to talk about negative numbers in a week or so, you got to be careful. It's going to be the bigger of the greater values. Big number on top. But let's not do that right now. Let's just think about the math that we have at hand, which is subtracting. So, again, I'm going to put my little guy in my cloud. 5 minus 2 is 3. I'm going to keep it simple. Always keep it simple. In this case, we have the same number of digits, so again, we're fine. Digits to the right of the decimal. We do our subtraction. We get 3.403. Excellent. Our check is close to it. I feel good about that. The next one, 6 minus 4. You could say 5 and you could put 1. So you could put 1 to 2. All right, let's put 1 to 2. We know the answer somewhere between 1 and 2. Okay? So again, notice that there's only one digit in this bit, but the other one has 2 after the decimal. So the most important thing that I have to do is I have to equalize. Equalize. That means the same number of digits after the decimal. So I get 6.00 minus 4.78. I get 1.22. And again, my estimate was 1 to 2. I get 1.22. So again, my estimate is close. Let's keep going. All right, in problem number 5, we have find 23 minus 4.216. So 23 minus 4 is roughly 19. I'm going to put 19 in my cloud. So now I'm done with my estimate. When I get my answer, my head says it should look like 19. Let's see if that's what it looks like. 23. So the whole number is 23. 23 point, and we know there are 3 digits after the decimal, so I'm going to write 23.000 minus 4.216. Borrow, 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 borrow. I go ahead and do all my borrows until I can't borrow anymore. And then I come back and do the math. 10 minus 6 is 4, 9 minus 1 is 8, 9 minus 2 is 7, 12 minus 4 is 8, and I bring my 1 down. So I get 18.784. And my guess was 19. I agree. Now, let me show you one thing that I always do. I add in reverse, just to make sure I'm right. 4 plus 6 is 10, carry my 1. 8, 1 and 1 is 10, carry my 1. 7, 1 and 2 is 10, carry my 1. 8 and 1 is 9, plus 4 is 13, carry my 1. 1 and 1 is 2. So it goes back to the original answer. Again, I will always add up after I've subtracted to make sure that I have the right answer. Go ahead and do the problem. See you soon. Pause the video. Okay, for D I got 5.872, E $10.81, and F 4.91. They match my estimates. 4.8 is close to 6, 1081 is close to 10, 491 is close to 5. So again, my estimates will always save me from doing the wrong thing and getting the wrong answer. Turn the page. The key to all word problems is to determine what you're going to do mathematically. Are you going to add, subtract, multiply, or divide? So let's read this. Reagan is creating a video. The first video clip was 22.36 minutes long. The second video clip was 17.03 minutes long. What is the total? We know the word total means to add, so we are going to add. And then we're going to make our estimate first. 22 and 17 is 39, so we put 39 in our little cloud. We do the math, we get 39.39. Life is good. So again, always estimate. Let's get the got it done, and then we can do our guided practice. See you soon. Pause the video. Okay, so for the got it, again, the key to this problem is to read the problem and figure out mathematically what you need to do. Jonathan is traveling to work this morning. His GPS indicates that the total distance to his destination is 589.4 miles. Before lunch, he drove 208.62 miles. How much further does Jonathan need to travel? That means we have a subtraction problem. We have a total, we have a number that he did in the first half, we need to figure out the number in the second half. When we subtract, we get 380.78 miles. Alright, time for you to work. Get the guided practice. See you soon. Okay, what I did not do that I should have done, and somebody should have taught me, is my estimate. I'm going to round that to 600 and 200 and put 400 in my cloud. Does my answer come close to my cloud answer? The answer is yes. So again, please, please, please estimate. Even if I forget to do it, you need to do it. Notice that I caught myself and I found my estimate before I moved on. That's the most important time, because what happens when you do something mathematically, if you don't check your work, have an idea in your head, you will go to the next problem without thinking about it. Let's do the guided practice. Pause the video. Did you get the answers that I got? And again, remember, the most important thing in this lesson is to estimate. My estimations are very close to the answer. For number 1, I estimated 100. I got 100.2.6. For number 2, my estimate was 42. I got 42.4. For estimate 3, I estimated 20. I got 20.63. For number 4, I estimated 40, and I got 41.87 ounces. So again, how is estimation helpful when adding and subtracting decimals? It helps you from making silly mistakes. The bane of your existence in middle school is making silly mistakes and being careless. All right, get your homework done, do the best you can. See you tomorrow. Bye.